Assalamu alaikum students. I am Muhammad Amjad, lecturer, Department of Education and Psychology, Kohart University of Science and Technology. I am your instructor for the course Developmental Psychology. I welcome you to lecture number 9 of your course. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss Erik Erikson's psychosocial stages of development. Let's start our lesson. Let's see the contents which we are going to discuss in our today's lecture. First of all, we will discuss biographical sketch of Erik Erikson. Then we will discuss what is psychosocial development. We will also discuss some basic concepts, and at last we will discuss psychosocial stages of development. First of all, we will discuss the biographical sketch of Erik Erikson. Erik Erikson was born on June 15, 1902 in Frankfurt, Germany, and died in 1994. His contribution to psychology particularly relates to how he portrayed the psychological development of a person. Erikson was not formally educated like the vast majority of his psychodynamic colleagues. Although his parents pushed him for medical school, Erikson saw himself as an artist and spent his youth wandering through Europe, living the artist's life. Later, he was impressed with psychoanalytical school of Sigmund Freud, and he started developing his own theory of personality development. He was influenced by Freud's description of psychosexual development, but he thought that the development of a person should be viewed as psychosocial development rather than psychosexual development. This means that the development of a person is greatly influenced by the social environment in which he lives rather than the influence of sexual development from which he goes through. Erikson further said that the development of a person continues throughout his life. In other words, whatever the stage of life is, maybe infancy or adulthood, a person goes through series of changes caused by the environment. He thought that each developmental stage requires a person to make new adjustment and develop new pattern of social interaction. According to Erikson, in this development journey, a person passes through 8 stages. Let's discuss what is psychosocial development. Erik Erikson's theory of psychosocial development is one of the best known theory of personality in psychology. Much like Sigmund Freud, Erikson believed that personality develops in a series of stages. Unlike Sigmund Freud's theory of psychosexual stages, Erikson's theory describes that the impact of social experience across the whole lifespan. Let's talk about another concept of psychosocial development: ego identity. Ego identity is one of the main elements of Erikson's psychosocial stage theory. Ego identity is the conscious sense of self that we develop through social interaction. According to Erikson, our ego identity is constantly changing due to new experience and information we acquire in our daily interaction with others. Erikson also believed that a sense of competence also motivates behaviors and actions. Each stage in Erikson's theory is concerned with becoming competent in an area of life. If the stage is handled well, the person will feel a sense of mastery, which he sometimes referred to as ego strength or ego quality. If the stage is managed poorly, the person will emerge with a sense of inadequacy. In each stage, Erikson believed people experience a conflict that serves as a turning point in development. In Erikson's view, these conflicts are centered on either developing a psychological quality or failing to develop the quality. During these times, the potential for personal growth is high, but so is the potential for failure. Now we are going to discuss psychosocial stages of development. The first stage of Erikson's theory of psychosocial development is trust versus mistrust. This stage occurs between birth and the first year of age, and it is the most fundamental stage in life. Why it is most fundamental stage in life? Because an infant is completely dependent. The development of trust is based on the dependability and quality of the child's caregivers. If a child successfully develops trust, he or she will feel safe and secure in the world. Caregivers who are inconsistent, emotionally unavailable, or rejecting contribute to feelings of mistrust in the children they care for. Failure to develop trust will result in fear and a belief that the world is inconsistent and unpredictable. Now the second stage of psychosocial development is autonomy versus shame and doubt. This stage takes place during early childhood and is focused on children developing a great sense of personal control. Like Freud, Erikson believed that toilet training was a vital part of this process. However, Erikson's reasoning was quite different than that of Freud's. Erikson believed that learning to control one's body function leads to feeling of control and a sense of independence. Other important events include gaining more control over food choice, toy preference, and clothing selection. Children who successfully complete this stage will feel secure and confident, while those who do not are left with a sense of inadequacy and self-doubt. The third psychosocial stage is initiative versus guilt. This stage occurs during the preschool years. Children begin to assert their power and control over the world through direct play and other social interaction. Children who are successful at this stage will feel capable and able to lead others. Those who fail to acquire these skills are left with a sense of guilt, self-doubt, and lack of initiative. And the fourth stage of psychosocial development is industry versus inferiority. This stage covers the early school years from approximately age 5 to 11. Through social interaction, children begin to develop a sense of pride in their accomplishments and abilities. Children who are encouraged and commanded by parents and teachers develop a feeling of competence and belief in their skills. Those who receive little or no encouragement from parents, teachers, or peers will doubt their ability to be successful. And the fifth stage of psychosocial development is identity versus confusion. This stage occurs during adolescence. At this stage, children are exploring their independence and developing a sense of self. Those who receive proper encouragement and reinforcement through personal exploration will emerge from this stage with a strong sense of self and a feeling of independence and control. Those who remain unsure of their beliefs and desires will insecure and confused about themselves and the future. And the sixth stage of psychosocial development is intimacy versus isolation. This stage covers the period of early adulthood, when people are exploring personal relationships. Erikson believed it was vital that people develop close, committed relationships with other people. Those who are successful at this step will develop relationships that are committed and secure. Remember that each step builds on skills learned in previous steps. Erikson believes that a strong sense of personal identity was important to developing intimate relationships. Studies have demonstrated that those with a poor sense of self tend to have less committed relationships and are more likely to suffer emotional isolation, loneliness, and depression. And the seventh stage of psychosocial development is generativity versus stagnation. This stage occurs during adulthood. Students, in this stage, we continue to build our lives, focusing on our career and family. Those who are successful during this phase will feel that they are contributing to the world by being active in the home and community. Those who fail to attain this skill will feel unproductive and uninvolved in the world. And the last stage of psychosocial development is integrity versus despair. This phase occurs during old age and is focused on reflecting back on life. Those who are unsuccessful during this phase will feel their life has been wasted and will experience many regrets. The individual will be left with feelings of bitterness and despair. Those who feel proud of their accomplishments will feel a sense of integrity. Successfully completing this phase means looking back with few regrets and a general feeling of satisfaction. These individuals will attain wisdom even when confronting with death. These are the references. Students, it's all about for our today's lecture. I hope you will read it and understand it. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.